Special greetings to the Inec chairman, Professor Yakubu. Sir, I greet you this moment, and I want to use this piece of video to give you some piece of advice. We have seen everything and how they are playing out. Prof, I just want to advise you to do the needful. You are the principal actor in everything we see. We have lost many souls for years, and we are still losing. We have heard a lot of rumors. No matter what they promise you, no matter the gift, it's temporary to battle with the Lord over your soul. Vote buying method we avoid. The cabals, the hijackers of destinies. Some governors sleeplessly hijack the beavers, shut down the network throughout the nation, threatening the life of those who are in the helm of their affairs. As I'm talking now, some of the agents of different political parties that have the original results are in hiding. Some are under gunpoint in undisclosed locations. We have suffered a lot, Prof. We have suffered enough. The reality is on the ground. We have suffered scarcity of fuel. We have suffered a strike on the part of the students. We have suffered no money, no kerosene. The impoverished masses painstakingly came out and they voted the candidate of their choice. Prof, if this daylight robbery plays out, I tell you, posterity will never forgive you and everyone involved. God will not forgive you when this thing happens. Even devil himself is surprised. I remember 30 years ago, 1993, when Professor Humphrey Wosu was on the seat as the chairman of Inec from 1989 to 1993. This kind of pressure came upon him. He took a risk when former President Ibrahim Babangida compared him to nullify June 12. He took a risk because of our Yoruba brothers. He announced the result against the wish of the president, and they ran away. He did the needful. Today, his name is in the book of history. That's why I'm talking about him now. He allowed his conscience to guide him. The only confidence I have, Prof, is when God says yes. No mortal man who says no will go free. Such a person will pay with his soul. That's the God I know. Hear this, Prof. As far as this election is concerned, falsehood will not stand. And I want to remind you that a stolen crown is a mere card. So you cannot sacrifice the well-being of over 200 and something million persons at the altar of few intruders, individuals, political profiteers. The ingrates we have that put us in this mess. It has worked before in some states, but it will never work now, Prof. Justice must prevail. I could not imagine an individual, that is not a noble profession, giving command, court order that his park will not be used for polling station. An APC polling unit was stored there. Imagine a nation. What is our problem? So if his boss wins eventually, which is what God will forbid, automatically such a fellow will select only those who will live in Abuja. What are we talking about? We are fighting this battle not just for us alone, but for the generation unborn. I know it will not be easy. If it is not like this, if there is no battle, then the project of obedience is not divine. Before, the reason was voter apathy. Now people were compared, come and vote, make sure your vote counts. Now we have come out. We have voted transparently to the detriment of the lives of those that stray bullets killed. Prof, the blood of innocent cries, and the wrath of God is inescapable. The ball is in your court. What we voted and they counted are what we expect you to announce. Our agony is not permanent, it is over. Very shameful There is nothing we can do and achieve because we lack men and women of integrity. We don't achieve success. Why are few individuals making out nonsense out of our effort in this country? When are we going to harness the blessings God gave us in this country? Our patrimonies are being hijacked by few individuals. Inec is not independent. We can't do anything and get it right. Common election. Look at South Africa. They hosted World Cup, Nations Cup, and they also hosted WWE Superstars. Our own Common Nations Cup we have not hosted. Common Nations Cup. And the Western countries are watching. The unfortunate thing is that those who are messing up in this country are parading with their families freely, unchallenged. The governors, the House of Rep, the senators, mention them. Listen to this audio. Because I see total shutdown of schools, market squares, airport, seaport, and what have you. Are you a security agent? Do not take orders from your oppressors. Stop romancing them because they are the architect of your dilemma. Listen to this audio. Let us be careful, for Sri Lanka is loading. My name is Brother Paul Ochibo.
Nigeria.
It seems like impossible mission. But we must press on. Embracing the future of this country is like impregnable mountain. But God will help us. Approaching 60 years after independence, yet we have not experienced a lasting absolute peace and tranquility. Hardly would I forget the horrifying stories of 3 years bloodshed during the civil war in this nation. Many political forefathers lost their lives. Many soldiers shed their blood for the progress of this nation. And we are yet to recover from that irreparable loss. We were blessed with human, solid, and liquid mineral resources. But only some wicked politicians who are megalomaniacs put the progress of this nation to a halt, thus putting the entire nation to hostage for decades. Moral etiquette is no longer an issue. But I will advise the present government to do its best in applying equity and the rule of law, which will put an expunge to this looming crisis, because no tribe can claim to cherish war. The worst mistake we can make in this country is to fight another war. For another war in this nation might bring the existence of this nation to an end. Those who lost their beloved ones and the huge property in the previous war have pathetic stories to tell. Many were rendered homeless. Many became orphans. Some parents became childless. Some women became widows. Corruption in this nation is the catalyst that is erupting into a wider cataclysm. Look at economic crunch. No money, no food, no lights, no water, no fuel, no kerosene, no peace.
Production.